Well, that's you into today's video. We're going to have a look at 5-day forecast today, having a detailed look at weather the next 5 days across the British Isles. We're using charts from weatheroutlook.com, weathercheck.de, find a link to both of those websites on its page. It's going to be in for quite a stormy spell over the coming 5 days. Deep areas of low pressure will be coming in off the Atlantic, bringing bouts of heavy rain and also some strong to gale force, maybe even damaging winds across the northern parts of the country, particularly around Friday and into the start of Saturday. There could be some very windy conditions, but generally all places are going to have quite a windy 5 days, and there's going to be a fair amount of rain around at times as well. But on the plus side, at least it will be mild, especially around Friday and Saturday in the south, when it could be exceptionally mild to start Saturday morning. Not sure it'll be quite record-breaking overnight Friday and Saturday, but certainly a very, very, very mild one for the time of year. Well, before we get on with that, just say about the ads. There's links to articles on most pages at GasWebBiz.com. Have a browse through widgets, any articles that you're interested in. Just click through. There's green keyword ads on some pages. If you write just green keywords, basically ads. But if you click through your word, you go to advertise website, you support GasWebBiz.com when you do that. And also there's yellow contextual weather-related ads on most pages, so see what those about. Anything there that you're interested in, just click through. So let's start off with the radar picture. This is indicative of what I've got coming up over the next 5 days. We've got cloud and rain spilling in across many parts of the country, particularly in the north and west. It's not getting through into the east as well, although there's a little bit across northeastern parts of England, but it's really out in the west and in the north that the heaviest of the rain is at the moment. That'll be the case through most of today actually, but eventually a cold front will come in and really gather that rain up and push it across all parts of the country. Here's today's Arctic pressure chart, and we've got low pressure deepening around Iceland. That's the main driver of the weather, not just today but over the next 5 days as well, tied in with a very intense polar vortex that's churning away across Greenland. High pressure to the south, so that's producing this westerly to southwesterly wind across most parts of the country. So we've had a bright start in the east. That will fade through the course of the day as cloud spills down from the northwest. Quite a windy day as well, particularly in the northwest, where there will be gales around western coasts and hills. And of course got that rain in the north and west as well, and that will be gathering, getting heavier through the course of the day and gradually pushing southwards and eastwards as well. It feels relatively chilly in the east, with temperatures around 7 degrees after quite a cool start, but in the west it will be turning much milder, with temperatures up to 10 or 11 by the end of the day. Of course not feeling all that mild with the strong winds, but it is going to be pretty mild in the west by the end of today. Now overnight that system will come southwards and eastwards, and it will tend to get stuck across the south. So England and Wales are going to have quite a wet night with outbreaks of rain moving down from the north. Very windy up the channel for a time overnight. The winds will ease off behind that rain across Scotland, Northern Ireland, Northern England. It'll stay quite breezy, but the worst of winds will ease off, and it'll turn mainly dry, but there could be a few showers around northern and western facing hills and coasts. Some of those could turn a bit wintry over high ground. Temperatures in the north will be dropping down to around 3 degrees, but in the south it'll stay very mild, with temperatures around 9 or 10 degrees all night. That's about 3 or 4 degrees above what you'd expect at the daytimes, as daytime maximum at this time of the year. So it's going to be a wet start across many southern and southeastern parts of the country on Thursday. That rain will be on and off all morning. It'll be quite heavy as well. It'll gradually move away into the continent as we go through into Thursday afternoon, with brighter skies following from the north. So gradually through the day, sunny skies will edge down from north. It'll take a long time to clear that rain away from southern counties, and then we've got sunshine and showers really for Scotland and Northern Ireland. Some of them will be a little bit wintry over high ground, but they'll be fairly well scattered, so most places will stay dry. Temperatures will start off at around 10 degrees on the south coast, 50 Fahrenheit, but as that rain pulls away, it'll actually turn cooler from the north, so temperatures finishing up somewhere between around, say, 3 and 8 degrees. This little area of low pressure is going to give us a very stormy night on Thursday night into Friday morning. Here it comes at midnight on Friday, a really deep area of low pressure, bringing gales across many parts of the country, but particularly focused on Scotland, where there could be severe gales or damaging winds for Scotland and northern and northeastern parts of Scotland in particular. Gusts of wind could be up to 80, perhaps 90 miles an hour across parts of northern Scotland first thing on Friday morning. But that low pressure will zip through very quickly. That's the good thing about these very deep areas of low pressure. They do zip through quite quickly. So as we get through 6 o'clock in the morning on Friday, the worst of winds should actually be pulling out into the North Sea. But certainly for a time, overnight, Thursday into Friday, very, very windy up in the north. And Friday will be a windy day in general. Got tightly packed ice bars here, so whilst the worst of the winds have gone overnight Thursday into Friday, Friday itself will be a windy day with gales possible around western hills and coasts in particular. And we'll be bringing more weather fronts through across the country, so it'll turn cloudy and damp with outbreaks of rain, particularly for Scotland, Northern Ireland, Northern England. The rest of England and Wales mainly dry, albeit with a lot of cloud and strong winds. But the main thing in the south will be the temperatures becoming exceptionally mild down in the south by the end of Friday afternoon, with temperatures easily up to 11 or 12, possibly reaching 13 or 14 degrees. We're going into the mid to upper 50s Fahrenheit with about a very, very mild day down in the south. And it'll stay very mild as we go into Friday night into Saturday morning down in the south. Temperatures holding up at around 11 or 12 degrees all night. But through the course of Saturday, a cold front will move southwards and eastwards, taking a band of cloud and rain across the country, very light and patchy down in the south through the course of Saturday, but eventually bright skies will follow that and it'll turn cooler. Now, we could start off with more severe gales across the northern parts of Scotland on Saturday morning, so that again could be very noteworthy. One to watch out for: more severe gales, damaging gusts of wind across the very far north on Saturday morning. And again, it's going to be quite a windy day on Saturday with tightly packed isobars, so gales possible around all northern and western facing hills and coast. But the main thing is that the temperatures will be dropping down in the south after an exceptionally mild start. Those temperatures will be going back down towards 8 or 9 degrees, and temperatures in the north around 3 or 4, so that's cold enough for wintry showers over the high ground. Scotland, a lot going on over the next 5 days, so as we go through into Sunday, it's all change again, building a little bit of a transient ridge across the country. It's a cooler day with mostly dry weather, sunny spell, but there will be cloud and rain arriving in Scotland later on. Temperatures between around 3 and 8. Going through into Monday, the last day of the 5-day forecast period, and bringing the weather system through, so temperatures lift up. We're going back up to around 10 or 11, a very mild day. But with a lot of rain coming across the country, heavy rain, and again there could be gales around southern western facing hills and coast before that all clears and we bring cooler air back to the north with sunshine and wintry showers for Scotland and Northern Ireland, with temperatures dropping away. If I have a look at the charts and the weather outlook, here's the situation today. We've got the rain in the north and the west, and that'll be moving southwards and eastwards through the course of this evening. As we go into Thursday, the rain will be lingering across much of the south of the country with brighter skies up in the north. That rain will take a long time clear from the south, but eventually it will do, and then it'll turn brighter but cooler through the course of Thursday. Going into Friday, and we start off very windy up in the north of the country with severe gales or damaging winds in northern east part of Scotland. They'll clear away quite quickly, but it'll be generally a very windy day with cloud and rain up in the north, mostly dry but quite cloudy down in the south, exceptionally mild eventually in southern parts of the country. Going through into Saturday, it turns cooler as a band of cloud and rain clears southwards and eastwards, and cooler air comes back from the north with sunny spells. Mostly dry on Sunday with sunny spells, but cloud and rain coming back into the north. And then we end up on Monday with more rain coming in across the country, but the temperatures lift up and it becomes very mild again. So in summary, it's an unsettled period coming up. Batten down the hatches, especially if you're up in the north. Going to be very windy with particularly severe gales in the far north of Scotland, focused on first thing Friday morning, and again perhaps first thing Saturday morning. But all places are going to have a windy 5 days, and there'll be rain coming through at times. Overall, pretty mild, especially in the south, but it'll be very mild for a time Friday into Saturday. That's all for now, and thanks for watching.